Famity, welcome back, y'all. You know what's funny? I was gonna make a full video today, like a full-on video, but then honestly, I got lazy, so I was like, let me just live stream because live streaming seems to be a lot easier, and a lot of people actually enjoy my live streams because I talk more. But yeah, I got a full video tomorrow. I got a full video Wednesday. I don't have a video for New Year's though. So what my plan was, I was gonna do a live stream today and a live stream. And my live stream from yesterday and make like the best clips into one big video and just post that for New Year's. And then like, you know what I'm saying, as the other days go on, we'll, you know what I'm saying, I'll have videos for y'all. Well, I'm actually going to Orlando also next week, so I don't know how the posting is gonna work for that one. I'm gonna try to post at least 4 videos because I'm gonna be out there for like a week and a day, like 8 days. So is it 8 days? Like 6 days, something like that. 6 days. But all right, so back to the main schedule. You know what I'm saying? I got some creepy videos today that should honestly be illegal, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been finding like the creepiest, craziest, most tragicest videos of all time. So we're about to take a look at that today. Starting off with this big boy. America's favorite statue just got destroyed. Damn, bro. Last time I checked, because I was literally in New York City like a couple days ago, the Statue of Liberty is not surrounded by McDonald's and a highway. Yeah, it's not. So I don't know where this is, but all I know, this is not the real Statue of Liberty. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on.
I'm not too sure why this video is being made out to be creepy. It's really not at all. This is another Impacto music video that I got tagged in. You might be tempted to label this as AI. It shows the Statue of Liberty falling, toppling over, crashing down into a parking lot, and there's a McDonald's in the background. But this did actually happen, and this is a real location. This incident actually occurred very recently on December 15th in Brazil. This particular location in Brazil was hit with very strong winds up to 90 kilometers per hour, which is 50 to 60 miles per hour. And this large Statue of Liberty replica, which stands 80 feet tall, which ironically is almost the same size, crashed down as a result of this. Fortunately, nobody was hit by the falling statue, no vehicles were destroyed, and the only damage was done to the statue, which I imagine is going to be pretty expensive to fix. So without any context, I guess I could see how this would be kind of eerie. It looks like a scene that you'd see in the end of the world, but when you have the context, you'll realize it's not that bad.
Yeah, they have a couple of fake statues of Liberty. I'm pretty sure they have one in Vegas. Let me see if I can pull that up for y'all. They had one in Vegas. They have one like everywhere, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, the Statue of Liberty at this point ain't even like as crazy as it is. Let me see. Vegas Statue of Liberty. Like, why do they even have a Statue of Liberty in Vegas? Like, Vegas ain't even like all that for real. Look. Oh, when I was in Vegas, yeah, I remember seeing it. I was like, dude. They literally have like a mini New York City in Las Vegas. What if they got anywhere else? Statues of Liberty. I'm just go across the world. Statues of Liberty across the world. This is the real statue. Is this? Where's this from? I don't know where the hell is it. This is in New York. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Doesn't look like that's in New York. Just lying to me. But yeah, they have one in Vegas. They have one everywhere, dude. Like, Statue of Liberty ain't as important as it used to be. Shaking my head. All right, let's see what this is saying. White female slave owners were worse than the men. It's actually, I heard it now. It's actually a fact. I'm not gonna lie.
White female slave owners were more vicious than the male because they had to prove their masculinity, that they were capable of being as vicious, and they ended up being more vicious. Yeah. One of the first female serial killers had slaves in her attic, and she had threw excrement in their mouth and stitched their mouth closed.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
She was filleting them, like cutting pieces of flesh off them, and the building caught on fire. And then the cops wanted to go in, the firemen wanted to go in and put the...
Oh my God, off a rip. Amazing. $2 donation from private server influence. Fiddy and YouTube blessing to you all in 2026. You get claps for that. Thank you so much for the donation, man.
Fighting them just to have the building burned so the people would be burned in the building, doing all kinds of like serial killer type shit.
Yeah, I never understood that. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a female, why do you need to like show masculinity through just being like this vicious dictator trying to like be like a dude. Like what he's saying is true, because the woman would try to be so masculine that it would like outperform the actual men slave owners. From what I've heard, it was tragic, dude.
This is Keith a G from Alabama. Keith was at work when he got a call from the doctor office. They told him that his test results came back positive for some type of STD. Keith got mad. He left work, went home, grabbed his weapon, and hit the road.
Damn, dude.
He drove from Alabama to Florida, straight to his baby mama job. Keith's baby mama was 18-year-old Brooklyn. She was working at Home Depot at the time. When Keith got to her job, he confronted her in the store. She tried to walk away from him, and he shot her. And sadly, Brooklyn passed away.
Damn.
Keith fled the scene, but turned himself in a couple hours later. He was found guilty on all his charges and sentenced to life without parole. Keith's mama was also arrested.
What?
They found out she encouraged him to do this and helped him plan the whole thing out. She was also arrested, but she have not been sentenced yet. Now, they did all that and found out later that Brooklyn didn't even have an STD.
Yo, he literally crashed out for no reason. Bro, imagine really crashing out, like really taking someone out, and they didn't do shit to you, bro. Yo, I'd be so upset, man. I appreciate the subscription.
If you had a crush on Michael Jackson in the 80s, you didn't just like a pop star. You fell for the most electric presence to ever step in the spotlight. It started the moment he moved. That glide across the floor, that sharp snap into stillness, the way the entire room seemed to hold its breath just to see what he'd do next. Thriller, Billie Jean, Bad, every era felt like an event you had to witness. I didn't experience it the same way, but I remember what it did to people. The silence when he came on stage, the focus, the feeling that something important was happening. He was stylish without trying, confident without arrogance, and emotional without explanation. You didn't need to understand Michael Jackson. You felt him. The glove, the jacket, the hat tilt just at the right angle. He wasn't performing for you. He was performing through you. Michael Jackson made artsy feel intimate, like he was speaking directly to your nervous system. And suddenly, music wasn't just something you heard. It was something you lived inside. If Michael Jackson was your crush in the 80s, you didn't fall for fame. You fell for magic. For talent so undeniable, it rewired what attraction even meant. He showed you that confidence could be graceful, that vulnerability could be powerful, and that presence alone could change the air in the room. He wasn't just a crush, he was a once-in-a-generation force that reshaped how charisma was defined. So tell me in the comments, what made you realize that no one before or after has ever moved the world like Michael Jackson did?
Yo, Michael Jackson is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. If Michael Jackson was alive today, I would not be surprised if he had 1 billion followers across all platforms. Like individual platforms, not just in total. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, dude, he was one of those people where it's just like, you know what I'm saying? He started at such a young age, and then he just grew into that persona. It wasn't like he started at like 15 or like where these other artists start. He started from, he was like fresh out the womb. Like as soon as he was like, you know what I'm saying, able to talk and walk, bro was making music. And then his brain just developed into like a music sensation. Absolute legend, bro. Absolute legend. No one compares to Michael Jackson. Not Drake. Not who's the other people they be comparing? Who do they be comparing Michael Jackson with? I know Drake is one of them. Not Justin Bieber. Who else? Not none of them, bro. We get it. No one compares to Michael Jackson ever. Okay. All right. Now we got that out of the way. We can continue.
A column of high-pressure gas erupted from the ocean floor. The blast tore the steel platform apart, and turned the sea into a lake of fire. 11 workers disappeared into the smoke.
Tragic.
Can someone explain to me why
Radioactive shrimps are back and over 83K contaminated. Ew. I like seafood too, so that's tragic. Hopefully I never ate no radioactive shrimp.
this is a thing again, and why does it keep happening? Radioactive shrimp are back. Yes, you heard what I said. Radioactive shrimp are back. Remember, it was first the Great Value brand sold at Walmart. And once again, they're back. They're a thing again. Frozen shrimp is now being recalled once again. Why? Because they're contaminated and radioactive. And the crazier part about it, it's spreading all over the place, now officially in more than 30 states. Radioactive shrimp recalls expanded. And the number of bags that they have recalled or pulled off the shelves is a staggering over 83,000 bags. Keep that in the back of your mind. 83,000 bags, all because they're contaminated and radioactive. And if you were wondering where this batch came from this time, it was Indonesia. And one of the biggest areas of the recall is the Eastern Seaboard. That will include the New York tri-state area, upstate New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts.
Bro, I'm literally in all those areas. I'm cooked. Chat, I might be cooked. I'll be eating shrimp like all week. It's over.
All the way Rhode Island. You name it, they've been recalled in all of those states above. Pennsylvania, Vermont, Colorado all made the list as well. Even the Midwest, Iowa, Chicago, Illinois. Just basically put it this way, these bags being recalled all across the United States. And if you recall some of my older videos where we talked about radioactive wasps, radioactive spiders, and now we're back all over again full circle to the radioactive shrimp. And remember, the last time, this was only Great Value. Now there's over 32 different brands of radioactive shrimp being recalled. So I guess my question to you is this some sort of coincidence or what is going on? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
My thoughts is I'm cooked. That's my thoughts. That's all I gotta say.
If NASA really went to the moon, you can't convince me that this is how they came back home. Because this is how we launched to outer space here on Earth. Multi-billion-dollar launch pads and support towers, massive fuel tanks, months of prep work, huge rocket explosion with a blazing trail of molten rocket fuel. Possibly the most impressive feat of modern human engineering that anyone could possibly experience. But on the moon, a tiny metal cabin covered in tinfoil with skinny metal legs sitting on an uneven, dusty surface just pops away and detaches, flying all the way up into orbit just like that. Like, listen, I understand the moon has only 1/6 of Earth's gravitational pull, and therefore requires much less force to reach escape velocity, the speed required to enter into a planet or moon's orbit. But something about this liftoff just doesn't look right. No blast crater, no scorch marks, no sustained burn time, no epic powerful rocket launch, just a quick spark and it flies straight up into the stratosphere, or the moonosphere, or whatever. I just have a hard time believing that 1/6 of Earth's gravity goes from a monumental rocket eruption like this to a simple pop and detach like that. And then after effortlessly breaking free from the moon's gravity, this lunar lander reunited with a craft that was orbiting the moon, which just clicked back together like IKEA furniture and then peacefully glided everyone back home with a splashdown in the ocean. Don't get me wrong, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I do believe we went to the moon. I could be wrong though. There is a lot of sketchy business that went down with the moon landings.
How does he believe we went to the moon, but then be like, yeah, I don't believe that we actually took off from the moon? Keep it a buck, chat. I do not believe we went to the... I mean, I can't even say that, but like, I feel like we didn't. I feel like it was just all just for show, just to prove to Russia and the world that we're just on top. Apparently in 2027, we're actually supposed to go back. Apparently. But
overall, I feel like the evidence in support of them slightly outweighs the evidence against it. Just my opinion, but something about this return back to Earth moon launch just doesn't sit right with me. This is one of those videos.
And another thing is, where the hell is this camera? Did they leave the camera? So after they took off, right? They took off, they left the moon. But this camera is just there watching them. Like, Did they just leave the camera on the moon? They're like, yo, let's just leave it there, bro. Like, freak the camera. We don't need it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, peep. So the astronauts are in this thingy-mabob right here, right? But the camera is just there. Just tracking them leave.
Earth moon launch just doesn't sit right with me.
Yep,
This is one
it literally tracks them leave. Okay.
those videos that I'm almost positive NASA faked just to flex their technical superiority to the world, most notably to the Soviets, who they were in a space race with at the time to intimidate them with their flight supremacy. Expecting to air this once or twice on TV, never to be seen or closely examined by people on...
And how did... I'm sorry for pausing it too much, but how do they have this amazing connection? Bro, I'll be in like an underground tunnel and my connection is cooked on Earth. But on the moon, they have this amazing connection to live stream it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Whatever technology they got, W.
a mass scale ever again, not anticipating that humans would be sharing and inspecting this footage 50 years later on the internet. But apparently NASA is sending people back to the lunar surface with Artemis 3, set to launch sometime in mid-2027, but is likely to see delays, with Artemis 2 planned for the first quarter of 2026, which will see 4 astronauts sent to orbit around the moon and then circle back home to Earth over the course of 10 days. The first manned mission to the vicinity of the moon since Apollo 17 in 1972, which is exactly where this footage is supposedly from. And trust me, the tinfoil hats are going to be watching real close on this next one. I think it's high time we get an HD remake of this moon launch. Please make sure to pack your 4K cameras this time.
Yeah, that's just weird, bro.
But there is a cartel war.
YouTuber streams a YouTube video at $1 million cartel cemetery in Mexico. Bro wants to die. The last thing you want to do is mess around with anything with the cartel in Mexico. You will get snatched up so quick, and no one will ever see you again.
Are going on, and all sides are buried here, so it's a very touchy subject to be walking around with a camera at this time. So if I put down the camera abruptly, it's because I see people coming. Wow. It's a female. Just so extravagant, beautiful. So we are coming up on Manuel Torres Felix, also known as M1, born in 1958, Sinaloa, died October 13th, 2012. His affiliation, he was publicly identified by authorities as a high-ranking member of the Sinaloa cartel, working under El Chapo and El Mayo. His role, often described as the operational leader of the Pacific region, particularly in Sinaloa and Durango. According to Mexican government, Manuel Torres Felix died during a clash with the Mexican Navy in 2012.
Yo, W Multra, bro, just donated $1.99, pretty much $2. Absolute legend. You get some claps. Yup. You're the GOAT, gang. You're literally the greatest of all time.
So I'm asking for more information. His son was murdered, and then he took it upon himself that they say the devil came in him and he was just killing everyone. There's a camera here, and this is one of the grandest locations here at the cemetery. People are watching me. There's endless amounts of death in this city, so there's always a reason to build more and more.
I can only imagine, bro. Cartel violence is crazy.
Good job to this mom for forcing all of her adult children to sit down and watch that fake UPS driver delivery video. And I'm talking about that video where that guy dressed up like he was a UPS delivery man, complete with the box and everything. And it was him dressed up as UPS. There was another guy as if he was the driver, also dressed up like UPS drivers, and went to this house of this family of 5. Not only did they get away with an undisclosed amount of money, they wiped out this family. That's right, it was a family of 5. The only survivors were the 2 children who were under the age of 5. Both of the parents did not make it through this fake UPS delivery attack. Neither did their 20-year-old son. This is probably one of the saddest real-life videos I've seen where children were involved. As these 3 assailants were taking out all of the adults in this household, the youngest toddler is the one who found the mom who was in the bedroom where her life had been taken at this point, and he completely loses it. And it's the older toddler who then rushes in to grab the baby and just pull the baby away from the mom who's no longer with them and try to get them to safety, while the other 2 males in the house were being forced to show the assailants where they kept like their money and stuff at. What's even sadder is watching the video, the fake UPS guys almost walk away because no one answers the door, but then the 20-year-old comes and answers the door, not realizing this was a complete setup and would ultimately lead to the end of his life and both of his parents' lives.
This is why you need a shotgun. I mean, I don't know if it would have made much difference because they both had guns too, so. That's a tragic story, man. Stuff like that definitely is something you got to be careful of because, you know what I'm saying, that could have happened to literally me, you know what I'm saying? Amazon delivery driver knocks on my door, yo, bro, here's your pack. Psych, I'm robbing you. It's over. It's over. Literally over. Tragic.
Drone warfare is about to change drastically. A company called Apeiris has developed a weapon system called the Leonidas, which is a high-power microwave. And they just recently posted this video of that system in action, taking down 49 drones at the exact same time. It's quite impressive footage. Let's take a look at it here. That is incredibly cool. As we know, drone warfare has been huge in the Ukraine-Russia conflict, so this could possibly change that drastically.
I heard most drones nowadays, they use like strings so that you can't like jam it. So I don't know if that's really going to fully work against the string ones, which is what they mostly use now.
Philippines has declared a state of calamity after being hit by a massive typhoon that has so far killed 114 people and left more than 400,000 homeless. Less than 10 days after Jamaica was torn apart by Melissa, countries in Asia are now fighting battles of their own because just look at the size of this typhoon compared to the Philippines. Streets were flooded, cars, homes, and animals were washed away, and if the floods weren't bad enough, pythons and other deadly animals were spotted wading through the waters too. Huge rescue efforts are now underway to find the hundreds of people still missing.
Dude. Maybe Ibu Noah was right. You know what I'm saying? You know how the dude that predicted the flood in South Africa that never happened on Christmas? But turns out everywhere else in the world, it's flooding. California's flooded. Jamaica kind of got flooded. Not really, but kind of. Wherever else he just said it got flooded-ish. What's going on? We might have to go to South Africa to hop on them arcs, bro. I'm not going to lie.
I think we'll do fine.
Donald, what do you think about all this? You're a developer. You've built buildings all your life.
Well, there's never been anything like this. It's disgraceful, and I hope we attack fast. I hope we find out who it is and go fast. Okay.
Why'd you want to come down here today?
I have about 100 men working down here, so just to spur them on. Hi, folks. Hi, folks. I have over 100 men out, and I hear doing an amazing job, so I just want to give them some support. Yeah, men from my company. We have another 100 coming in a little while.
And how long have they been down here?
They've been down here for about a day and a half.
What have you talked to other developers? Are they donating their time, their men's work?
Well, I hope they are. I haven't really focused on that, but we have a lot of people coming down here and a lot of people down here now, and they're brave guys. A couple of them got hurt, but I just want to spur them on a little bit.
What did you think when you heard about this?
I was just down to Ground Zero. Ground Zero is a disaster.
Damn. If Trump was president when 9/11 happened, he probably would have honestly just eliminated all of Iraq. I swear to God, he probably would have eliminated just like every country that he thought was a part of 9/11 attacks. Like every country would have just been bombed. Nah, Trump as a president is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Few early signs of psychosis that should not be taken lightly, and the first one would be an inflation of meaning. So eye contact, songs, numbers, the little things, they all start to seem like there's some divine signal being sent to you, but in a way where it's almost everything, every little thing, a sign you see on the highway, a person you talk to, a certain situation, and you start to obsess over it, and it feels like you made some grand discovery. The second sign would be an accelerated thought process where you feel like you're getting all of the answers all at once. You understand everything about life, your purpose, your meaning, and it all just has some brilliant kind of meaning to it. And you get to find this at such a fast pace. Final one would be that isolation feels necessary, like nobody understands what you know. Nobody gets the things that you have discovered. I'm not a medical professional by any means. I'm just sharing my own experience with this condition, and if you are experiencing these things, I highly encourage you to seek professional help if you need it.
I know this girl that actually has psychosis, and yeah, I was chilling with her the other day, and she was just like, I don't know what happened. I guess her brain just like switched on me or something, and she was just like convinced that I was a cop. I'm like, dude, I'm literally a YouTuber. What convinced you that I'm a police officer, dude? But that's just how it is, you know what I'm saying? You have psychosis, it just kind of just messes with your brain.
This is what the SR-71's top speed of Mach 3.2 looks like at different altitudes. First up, its max altitude, 85,000 feet. Now 60,000 feet. Now 40,000, some private jets and airliners fly this altitude. And 30,000 feet. 20,000, getting lower now. And 10,000 feet. Now 5,000. Now 2,500, some buildings reach taller than this. And now 1,000 feet lower than some of these New York buildings, with a flyby for good measure.
That's going fast. Whatever you do, don't look up this video. What's going on? I hope that's not lions eating someone like a human. I hope it's like actual food, because you can kind of see like the carts and stuff over here like this. I don't know, dude.
I truly have no idea why there have been so many lion-themed videos lately. Here we go again, another person losing their life to lions. The video that you guys just watched does not have a lot of context. It shows a group of lions huddling over something. In the background, we can see a critical detail, a vehicle with the door left open. With that in mind, it's pretty obvious what these lions are ripping into. For context, this is a horrifying incident that happened at Safari World in Bangkok, Thailand, involving a 58-year-old zookeeper by the name of Jian. From what I can tell, Jian stepped out of the vehicle to get some trash, unaware that a lion was behind him, stalking him. It then pounced on him, and all of the other lions joined in for 15 minutes as they mauled him. Onlookers attempted to deter the lions, honking their horns and yelling at them, but that did not work at all, obviously. Jian was also not a novice. For those thinking that he was just inexperienced, he had been working with lions and raising them for 30 years, so very unfortunate situation, but realistically, he really should not have left the vehicle. This was violating safety protocol.
Damn. I'm surprised they didn't have like multiple people there, like someone with like a tranquilizer gun or something. That's a little bit sad though, bro. He probably thought he was safe for like a split second. He's like, I'm gonna get this for a split second. Psych. He's on you. It's tragic, bro. R.I.P. him, dude. Stories like that always make me think like, damn, like, you know how crazy it must feel to get eaten alive? Damn. Thank God we live in like this type of society so we don't have to go through any of that. Because back in the days, you know what I'm saying, the hunter-gatherer days, you'd be hunting some shit and then you just get eaten alive. Bad. It's bad, bro.
So y'all want to talk about this? Okay, if we're going to talk about missing people in national parks, let's talk about the biggest one, the creepiest one, the Appalachian Trail. Guys, when I tell you it is on the top places that I would never go, ever, there are so many creepy things that I have heard go on in this place, from sightings of Bigfoot, cryptids, skinwalkers, the list goes on. For example, this place is said to be so haunted that it is still unexplained to this day. Like, there's literally a statue commemorating it, guys. This is the story of Adam Livingston. One day, there was a sick stranger that came across his house in the mountains, and the stranger told Adam that he's dying. So Adam's like, okay, I'm gonna get a Catholic priest to give you your last rite, but he wouldn't leave the house. Who would, after inviting a random person in? I don't blame him. There are several different accounts of why the priest didn't show up, but the biggest thing that you need to know is that this guy unalived in Adam's house. That scared y'all. That just scared me real bad. That noise just creeped me out. Anyway, as soon as he unalived, everything went crazy. He started hearing what sounded like a horse upstairs. Things were flying around the house. You name it. Now, one day Adam had a dream of a man that could help him, and it was actually a Catholic priest, so he went and got this man. They blessed the house, and everything was fine. Adam had previously buried this man in an unmarked grave. The Catholic priest had him move it to a marked grave, which is above, and seemingly everything from then on was okay. What if I were to tell you that's not even the creepiest thing about the Appalachian Trail? This is a picture of the cave systems in America. If you look, I believe the bottom map is people that go missing, and the top map is a map of the cave systems.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked about that in the last live stream, where we were talking about like all the people that go missing in the Appalachian Trails and that can't be found is probably in the cave systems, because they literally like are kind of in sync with each other, if I'm being honest.
You know that long strip right there to the right? That's the Appalachian Trail. I kid you guys not, when I look at these maps, it sends shivers down my spine. Because why does the map of cave systems match the map of missing people? Something seems a little fishy, and I don't even know if it's paranormal. I think it's right under our nose. Now, some people say that it's easy for people to get lost in these woods, and there's things like sinkholes that can make you fall to the bottom and no one will ever find you. But I don't know. It's just not making sense. And y'all know, I don't even know if I can say this, pause, TikTok is for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, y'all know about the missing little ones, if you know what I mean, and the trade and money that's made off of missing little ones. And y'all also know Area 51, right? Now, I'm gonna ask you to open your mind here, okay, for this next part. What if all the cave systems link to Area 51 and that's how they transport the little ones to bring them to a place where bad things are done? Kind of like the island, Ep Island, if you know what I mean. I don't know, guys. It may seem like a stretch, but what I have learned as I get older is there's no such thing as a stretch, especially in America. It's getting a little too spooky, guys. I am literally in a dark bathroom with my little light trying to make content for you guys at work, and I'm officially creeped out. So yeah, as always, make sure you guys like and following.
Alright, she's just yapping. Yeah, we get it. People might be missing in the caves, guys. Maybe.
July.
25-year-old McDonald's burger. Ew. Why the hell would you keep a McDonald's burger for 25 years?
7th, 1999. I bought a hamburger, McDonald's hamburger. I think it was 79 cents in Logan, Utah. There's the sack that it came in. That was the wrapper it was in. And that's disintegrating more than the hamburger is, probably. There it is. My gosh.
That's
it hasn't changed. The pickle's the only thing that's disintegrated. This is actually the receipt. I had to put it in plastic. It was just gonna be gone. Do you want to smell it? That cardboard?
Cardboard, yeah.
That hamburger is 20 years old.
Yeah.
What's your reaction to seeing it like this?
Scary. It's a real conundrum.
It's just crazy, and it looks like you could just heat this up in the microwave and just eat it.
Ew.
And you'd probably die.
Good thing you keep it in a little sarcophagus because you got the King Tut of hamburgers here. It dried so fast that there was no way that the bacteria or mold could grow into it and make it nasty.
That's tragic. Yo, chat. Y'all think I should buy some McDonald's and save that for 25 years from now and see what happens? 25 years from now? Damn. That'd be a crazy video. 25-year-old McDonald's burger. Barely any signs of mold. Yep. And that's the things that people eat every day. Just something to think about. A screenshot of a very infamous video. It's...
A screenshot of a very infamous video with this picture.
Yo, I think I know what this is.
There was a guy back in the 90s named Ricardo Lopez, and he was very, very obsessed with a popular artist at the time. Her name was Bjork, and everything went wrong whenever she started dating another artist named Goldie, who happened to be black, and he didn't like that at all. So we started recording these videos.
Oh yeah, we heard this story. Let me just give you the quick rundown because it gets pretty dark. Apparently, that dude liked this female right here. Not this dude. this dude at the start. I'll let y'all hear the full story, but it gets pretty dark, and I know YouTube is in like, dude, you can't show stuff like that. So this dude apparently was in love with the Bjork girl, and you know what I'm saying, she found out she was dating a black dude. He didn't like that for some reason. I guess he just doesn't like black dudes. It is what it is. So then he tried to send a bomb to her house. It failed because, you know what I'm saying, she's famous. She's not going to get that. So then he sent a letter to her crib and then offed himself. Yep, he did that. He just offed himself. So, yeah.
Zeus announced that they're releasing a docu-series about Diddy featuring his two sons, Christian and Justin Combs. And I have to admit, I'm a bit overstimulated by all of these documentaries. Maybe overstimulated was not the right word choice in this moment. I don't know. But here's a bit of what they presented to us already.
Your daddy got 4 years. Your daddy got 4 years for abusing women. That's wrong. You should get more. Fight this to the end. Look at you too. My skin man, I'm looking at you too.
Not afraid of the charges. Nothing like OJ all over again.
Hello. This is a prepaid collect call from Federal Correctional Institution, Fort Dix.
Now, just for context, in case y'all didn't know, Justin Combs is Diddy's first son that he had with Misa Hilton, and Christian Combs is the son that he had with the late Kim Porter. May her soul rest in peace. Now, the preview didn't tell us much about what the docuseries is going to be about, but I'm assuming that they're going to be telling their dad's side of the story, which is interesting because they haven't really spoken out since everything happened. Now, there were rumors and allegations about these two participating in Diddy's escapades, if you know what I mean. At his parties, of course. And also, if you recall, Little Rod, who's one of the producers on Diddy's Love album, made some pretty crazy allegations about Justin and Diddy, saying that they pew-pewed somebody in the bathroom. Okay. Now, this is all allegedly, obviously, but I'm interested to see what they're going to present in this docuseries. And I have a feeling that a lot of this is orchestrated by Diddy as a way to make him seem innocent as he's trying to go through the process of appealing his sentence. But yeah, what y'all think? Because these Diddy documentaries is getting crazy.
No way they have a counter documentary to the one that 50 Cent did. That's actually kind of funny. So 50 Cent released like pretty much a hit documentary showing that Diddy's a real weird dude. So now Diddy's releasing another documentary showing that he's not a weird dude. What? He's releasing a counter documentary. Interesting. I wonder if anyone's gonna watch and be like, damn, Diddy was such a nice dude. All the things he did was so amazing. Like, I doubt that, bro. Like, you already got exposed, Diddy. Just give it up. Give it up. You got 5 years in prison. You got let off easy, gang. Like, just relax. McDonald's fish fillet sandwich. Let's see what's in this.
Ever wonder what's really in this fish fillet sandwich? It's not just fish.
This shit keeps the oil fresh for months. Your body isn't a warehouse, but it stores these chemicals forever. This isn't food, it's edible chemistry. Your gut will be inflamed after consuming these. You're not supposed to eat metal, but it makes the bread fluffier and eternal. This stops mold. It also stops bread from ever being real. Why do you think our food never gets moldy? This isn't tartar sauce. It's seed oil with fake flavors. You don't care though, right? You didn't order fish. You ordered shelf life. Still hungry?
You're already infected.
Yeah, that's like the other video that we watched, the 25-year-old McDonald's meal. Like, yeah, they have anti-mold ingredients, I guess. So mold, don't eat that. But I wonder what that does for us because, you know what I'm saying? Well, mold is a fungus. Because if y'all don't know, in your stomach, there's a lot of good bacteria that eats the food. So would that affect the good bacteria breaking down McDonald's because he can't get mold? I don't know, bro. All I'm just saying, if you want to eat some food, just make that shit at the crib, bro.
Ghana's Igbo Noah went from...
God damn, why is that so loud? That just like air disrupted me. All three of these clips are like air disruption. Like, look at that. Loud as hell. It says Ghana's Ibu Noah. I think that might still be too loud, bro. I think I put it up compared to put it down. Alright. Should be good.
Ghana's Ibo Noah went from telling everyone that the world was gonna end on Christmas Day.
Someone said, I want Chem Donalds. You're funny, bro. You're hilarious. You get some laughs.
Driving a Mercedes and performing at concerts. Bro, it's not even New Year's yet. It's a pretty massive update. The day before the world was supposed to end, he posted a video on his TikTok announcing that God had given him another vision. Vision 2.0, if you will. And God apparently said to him that the 10 arcs that he had already built were not big enough for the amount of people flooding, coming all from all over the country to save themselves. And so because of that, Ibo Noah is saying that God is giving him more time to build more arcs to save more people when the flood actually comes.
Yo, we might have to donate more money to Ibu Noah now. He said the reason why it didn't happen December 25th is because there's a bigger, what is it? God wants him to save more people. So we need to donate more money just so we can save more people. I mean, to be fair, like I said earlier in the stream, dude, everywhere else is flooded but where he's at. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it might take a little bit and then, you know what I'm saying, before we know it, the whole world is flooded. But I don't know, bro. Either that or he might just buy a BMW instead of a Benz this time. More money, he might cop a BMW. He might cop a Beamer. He said, I'm tired of the Benz. Give me a Beamer.
Problem is though, there are some reports of people still turning up on that day, even from other countries, only for nothing to happen. Then, just a day later, he was seen in his rags getting out of a Mercedes and even performing at concerts. Bro had the freaking flood animations behind him. And guys, the crowd absolutely loved him. Bro is becoming as famous as the OG Noah.
Yeah, I think we saw that in yesterday's stream too.
Now, it's no secret that Jared Leto's a little bit of a weirdo, but here's a lot of pictures from his actual real-life cult camp. It's basically a cult that he has on an island. So Jared Leto owns his own private island, and he actually runs an entire cult in this thing. And as you can see from the pictures, it's primarily a lot of impressionable women who are probably obsessed with him and his status in Hollywood. Do you really think that Jared Leto's teaching any of these people something that they really need to know in life? Or do you think that maybe he just sees an opportunity with many implications? I guess you have to be a little bonkers if you want to spend any time with this guy, with the guy who was crappy Suicide Squad, Jared Leto Joker. You have to be a little insane if you want to spend time with this guy on a private island, so maybe it's fitting. These people actually pay money to be there and to be with him. This is insane.
That is kind of weird.
I'm sorry, what? Speaker of the House Mike Johnson just said that Donald Trump doesn't think that what Epstein did to these girls is a hoax. He would never do that because Donald Trump was an FBI informant tasked with taking Jeffrey Epstein down.
Is that a fact?
Watch this.
I'm saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who suffered these unspeakable harms. It's detestable to him. He and I have spoken about this as recently as 24 hours ago.
This information is going to rock the world, and people are going to demand more details after this statement. Yes, it could explain why the two had a close relationship, but first and foremost, is anyone even going to believe it? Or is this just another way to distract from getting the information that the public and the victims deserve? As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
Dude, that is a crazy statement, I'm not gonna lie. He just said that Trump is an FBI informant that was low-key kind of like stalking Epstein's, you know what I'm saying, just to get the backdrop on him. Y'all think Trump even got time for that? Trump is a billionaire. Why does he need to be an informant? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, bro. When it comes to the Epstein files, I feel like Bill Clinton was more of a what's the word I'm looking for? Was more of a suspect than Trump. That's what I've been seeing. I mean, maybe they set it up that way, just so, you know what I'm saying, but like that's what I've been seeing.
If you can get juice from a potato
13 years ago.
Quick! Somebody bring me. Come on! Give up the juice!
I don't even know what to think about those clips, to be honest. Ariana Grande, man. I've always heard that she got like special treatment because she always had to do music stuff. And Jeanette McCurdy, the girl that played Sam and Sam and Cat and iCarly, if y'all know who that is. Yeah, apparently she was always mad because Ariana Grande had all these passes to do whatever she wants because she was just that lit, young, and poppin'. Yeah, dude. Dan Schneider was definitely a weirdo. I don't know. You could just look at him and be like, yo, yeah, you definitely was up to some weirdo stuff, Dan.
This is the first time in human history.
They legally can't call this ice cream anymore. Oh my God. I love ice cream, bro. Honestly, I could be full. Like, I could eat as much protein as possible. My stomach feel like it's about to bust. But I always got space for some ice cream. You know why? Because ice cream isn't food. It's a drug. Yes.
That corporations are selling you a product that legally cannot be called ice cream anymore. This woman runs a business selling milkshakes, and just watch what happens to this ice cream that she accidentally left in the back of her trailer for 4 days.
I also offer milkshakes on my dirty soda trailer, and the premium ice cream that I usually buy was out of stock for this weekend. So this is Aldi's Sunday Shop brand. Accidentally left it in the back of my trailer from Friday night until late morning over the Labor Day weekend, late morning on Monday, and it did not melt.
Ugh.
Like, what kind of chemical, disgusting wizardry is this?
In the US, ice cream has to meet specific standards for milk fat and the ingredients in order to legally be labeled as ice cream. But as dairy and ingredient costs have risen, some brands have quietly reformulated. This is why you will now see labels like frozen dairy dessert on the outside of the container instead of ice cream. This is the case for many brands such as Eddie's or Dreyer's and Breyer's after they started swapping real ice cream for vegetable oils, fillers, and stabilizers. So these big food companies face a choice: either raise their prices or cheapen the ingredients, and many have chosen the latter. I actually looked it up on the Prove It app, and one of Eddie's flavors, the loaded chocolate chip cookie dough, ranks a 20 out of 100. It's very high in added sugar, saturated fat, and contains hydrogenated soybean oil, which is a source of trans fat, even though the label claims that it has 0 grams of trans fat. Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches also ranked a 39 out of 100 for safety, nutrition, and processing, which goes to show that even though it may be lower in calories, there are a ton of ingredients in here that are linked to metabolic concerns. The best option that I was able to find is this Butter Bear ice cream for bears, which is sweetened with only raw honey, but it still only ranks a 64 out of 100. So next time you are in the grocery store looking for ice cream, definitely check the label before buying. Prove It is also adding more food, supplement, and beauty products to their database, so if you are ever unsure about a brand, you can actually scan it in store to see whether or not you want to buy it.
I mean, when it comes to ice cream, honestly, if you just eat it in moderation, which is something I definitely don't do, you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm saying, if you have a sweet tooth, or if you're someone that likes sugar more than salt, it's a drug. That thing is so addictive. Like, why am I full as hell, but I can still eat 2 scoops of ice cream? I don't know. Maybe because it's a drug.
Apparently, Beyonce kidnapped and blackballed Sia. What the? When is the last time you heard about Sia? Never.
Bare time ago. But she was number 1 on radio for a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Until this. So in 2016, she puts out a random tweet.
Yeah.
Like, no correlation. It's one of those ones where it's like eggs, bacon, grease.
Oh, it's a code.
It's a code. It's code. I'll show you the code, bro.
Yeah.
Cause
before continuing, I wanted to warn you guys. Their phones were being spied on. Click on this icon and on more. If you see it.
It says, baby, everything your own nice cat eats, period. Kangaroo is dead. Nowhere and purple penguins every day. My egg.
What the fuck? Yeah.
You take every single letter of the first word
and put a capital.
No, and it spells Beyonce kidnapped me. No way. Hold on, look at this. No look at way. Look at this, look at this. In one of the interviews when Beyonce was talking about Sia, look what she said.
Can we interview Sasha?
No, she's never done an interview. I don't know if she ever will, because I don't really think I would like her interview.
No, I don't think I really would want her to be in an interview.
What? She says Sasha. Is that what she said? She definitely did not say Sia. I think this dude is bugging. Let me check that back.
No, she's never done an interview.
Hold on, look at this. No, look at this. Look at this, look at this. In one of the interviews when Beyonce was talking about Sia, look what she said.
Can we interview Sasha?
She literally said he literally said Sasha. This dude might be cooked. He's not talking about Sia. You're bugging. Huge revelation in 50 Cent's documentary against the Diddler. Interesting.
No one realized that the wildest thing revealed in the Diddy documentary.
God dang it, dude. Why is it so loud? There we go.
No one realized that the wildest thing revealed in the Diddy documentary is what he does right after Biggie's death. We learn that Diddy wanted to give Biggie the greatest funeral possible, one New York had never seen before, and that's exactly what he did. The entire city showed up, except Kirk Barrows claims that Diddy turned the funeral into debts Biggie supposedly owed after seeing how much it would cost. Across all 4 episodes, Diddy repeats again and again that Biggie was one of his closest friends, maybe his best friend. So after gathering all of New York for Biggie, Diddy keeps presenting himself as a stand-up guy, but he never mentioned that the royalties Biggie generated after his death would actually be used to cover the funeral cost. And what comes next is even more dramatic. Biggie was supposed to be on the cover of the next issue of Rolling Stone, but Diddy called to have him pulled from the cover so he could take Biggie's place, just to promote his solo album No Way Out. But it doesn't stop there. Shortly before his death, Biggie was negotiating a new contract with Bad Boy, and he had succeeded. Except that after his death, Diddy allegedly asked his partner to alter certain terms, even though Biggie had already signed it, without anyone knowing. Kirk Burroughs said it wasn't right and he wouldn't do it. Strangely, 9 months later, he was fired. And meanwhile, Diddy was becoming the ultimate rock star, the one everyone loved without ever asking questions.
Damn. That's messed up. Imagine your best homie, right? Imagine your best homie dies and then you're like, yeah, I'll pay for it. You tell everybody, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll pay for the funeral. You know, that's the homie. Like, man, I got it. But behind closed doors, you're like, hell no, I'm not paying for that shit, bro. He's paying for that shit with his own money. It's kind of messed up, Diddler. Like, why would you do that? Kind of manipulative if you think about it.
Has anyone thought about how weird it is that for our entire childhood, a bunch of old...
Oh my gosh, Sean VVS, the absolute GOAT, donated $10. You get some claps, gang. If y'all don't know, Sean actually makes videos too. Like, he makes TikToks like my stuff. So y'all could check out his channel. Honestly, I'm going to give bro a free promo as we speak, chat. As we speaketh. So, let me just go to YouTube. So for those who don't know, my boy Sean VVS also makes reaction videos. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys also want to check out his channel and see what he's up to, he makes some pretty nice videos, honestly. Like, look at this video.
And the guy asked him,
do you have any advice for a young girl moving to Hollywood?
Regret this, but the truth needs to be seen.
Goat, you know what I'm saying? This is not the segment right now, so I can't go too deep into this. But he makes W videos, so y'all can check that out for sure. For sure. Let's get back into this, though. How do we never question this? All right, guys. How do we never question this? Let's see what he's talking about.
Has anyone thought about how weird it is that for our entire childhood, a bunch of old men would come to our school and take pictures of all of us every year? Obviously, school photos, picture day, and the companies they worked for now own a historical record of your face. As early as 4 years old, every single year until you turned 18. But who owns all this data and what could they possibly do with it? Oh wait, did I say companies? I meant company, as just one company does nearly half of all school photos in the US and owns about 25% 95% of the global market share of school photography. That company is Lifetouch, who was purchased by Shutterfly in 2018 for $825 million. Around the same time, facial recognition software was becoming more widespread. Just a year later, in 2019, Shutterfly is bought by Apollo Global Management for $2.7 billion, a publicly traded investment firm owned by, get ready for this, Vanguard and BlackRock, their top two institutional shareholders. The two mega companies that own everything also own photos of your entire childhood. But it just keeps getting worse. BlackRock and Vanguard are also the top shareholders of globalist companies like Palantir, that was founded by this guy, Peter Thiel, whose name spells the reptile if you mix around the letters, which is a funny little anagram, but that's a story for another time. Let's focus here. Peter Thiel is the founder of PayPal and mega venture capitalist mogul sticking his dick in absolutely every globalist opportunity he can find. Like this one, Clearview AI, a facial recognition company that he was the primary investor of. A controversial company that has been sued many times for illegal scraping of facial data to build their AI's learning database. Lawsuits that resolved in settlements, meaning they basically admitted fault and paid out a bunch of money for illegal use of facial images without consent, who are part of the corporate ecosystem who have pictures of you from every year of your childhood. Damn. To be fair, maybe this whole connection is a bit of a stretch, but in the end, it really is one big company that runs everything. Using your childhood photos to train a facial recognition deep learning database to eventually establish a global mass surveillance state that is constantly watching your every move from the second you enter this world until they take you out. That's who took your school photos. Have a good day.
I wouldn't doubt that, bro. I would not doubt that. Boy, how the world's moving.
So this guy reports a coworker for stealing, and then they end up killing him over it.
Whoa, what? That's crazy. Let's hear the story.
Now this story starts with this guy, Keith. And Keith is around 41 when all this begins, and he's living in Wisconsin. Now Keith, he's just a total jerk. Like, he works at the local paper mill, and he's known around work as a dude you don't want to mess with because he can get pretty violent. Bro, he's very much a thug. And one day in 1992, he comes up with a very stupid idea. He plans to steal about 10 to 15 feet of electric cable from his job at the mill. And this cable is expensive. And he would probably get away with this theft, except that this guy finds out about the plan, Tom. Tom also works at the mill, and he's a really nice guy and a hard worker. Now, Tom could just keep his mouth shut about this potential upcoming theft, but he's not that kind of guy. While most of the workers there enjoy hitting the strip club and grabbing a drink after work, Tom, he's not really into all that stuff, so he's somewhat of an outsider there at the mill. So when he hears about Keith's plans, he decides to report him. But he doesn't report him to his bosses at the mill, because he doesn't want anyone at work to know that he snitched. Instead, he calls the police. So he's on the phone with them, and he tells them that he would like to report an upcoming theft, and also that he wants to keep this call anonymous. Presumably because Keith, the thief, is known to be a violent guy, and Tom is worried about his safety. And so police agree to keep the call anonymous. Then police contact security at the mill, and they let them know that their employee Keith is planning on stealing some very expensive cable. So then hours pass and it's the end of the shift, and Keith is leaving the mill, and security stops him, and they're like, "Let us take a look in your bag, Keith." But Keith refuses. He's like, "Nah, I gotta go, I'm in a hurry," and he just leaves. The next day he comes into work, and right when he shows up, he gets sent into a disciplinary review meeting. And at the meeting, it is decided that because he wouldn't let security search his bag, he will get suspended for 5 days without pay. And this, of course, pisses Keith off. How dare they discipline him for ripping off the company? Meanwhile, Tom, he's still paranoid that word is going to get back to Keith that he's the one who called police on him. So he calls police again, and he tells them that he's worried that Keith is going to find out. But police assure him that that is not going to happen. His call was anonymous, and that there is no way they would ever release the recording of it to the suspect. Now, it's not long before Keith starts to realize that someone must have snitched on him. And by the time he's back at work, he's telling all the workers that he's gonna find out who told on him, and he's gonna get him. Then he gets an idea. What if the police have a recording of the call? If he can get a copy of that recording, he'll recognize the voice and he'll know who called. So Keith starts making calls to the police department, and he asks them to get him a recording of that anonymous tip that they got. Meanwhile, Tom is quietly freaking out. He knows Keith is trying to piece together who ratted him out. So, over the next several days, Tom calls the police department multiple times, begging them not to release the recording of him calling or any information about him calling. He even tells one detective that Keith is crazy and that he fears for his life. And again, police assure him that they would never release any information. It is simply against their policy. However, here's where police really screw up.
Isn't that a lie, though? You know how many cop videos I've seen where they arrest people and, like, you know what I'm saying, just give out, like, private info in a way? Like, am I bugging for that? Like, I feel like, yes, it is against their policy to be like, yo, John told us that you were out here, like, hitting on little girls. But, like, I still feel like there's so much footage I've seen, like, police footage of where, like, they expose things they're not supposed to expose. So, like, I personally wouldn't trust that.
See, Keith, he's been bugging them about releasing a recording of the call to him. And for some reason, they actually do. They end up giving him a cassette tape.
Bruh, I literally just, we literally just said that. They just don't care. They're like, yo, you know what, take it. We'll just give you the whole thing. Just take it.
With a recording of the call on it. So now Keith has the tape, and he wastes no time bringing it into work, and he immediately plays it for everyone there that wants to listen. And soon, almost 40 of his coworkers have heard the tape, and everyone recognizes that it's Tom's voice, and they all now know that he's the snitch. So now, Keith feels that it's time to confront Tom. So he brings the tape to the control room where Tom is stationed, and he busts in, and he plays it right in front of him and another coworker.
This is giving, like, mob vibes, like some mob, you know what I'm saying? Like some mob type stuff, like, what's this, you? Come here, come to my office. Boom, they play the recording, and then they're just like, just like worried and shit. Like, me personally, I would not go for this. I'd be like, yo, slap that out of his hand. I mean, I wouldn't snitch on him because I don't care like that, but.
And Tom, he just sits there, stunned. I mean, he doesn't know what to say. All he can do is quietly admit that, yeah, it was him, in fact, who called the police. Now, by this point, it's not just Keith who's upset at Tom. It's actually a bunch of his coworkers. Because here's the thing. All of these guys are part of a union. And there's apparently some unwritten code in their union that you don't snitch on a fellow union member. So pretty quickly, Tom's coworkers start giving him shit. I just can't believe you did that. You're lucky you didn't do that to me. And at some point, Tom has to do his job and change the paper roll in one of the machines. And not long after, he gets cornered by Keith and some other guys. And these guys are still pissed. And they're shaking the tape in his face, and they're shouting at him, and they're calling him a snitch or a rat or whatever. And I don't know if Tom is talking trash back or just not apologizing enough for Keith, but it's during this moment that Keith finally just snaps. And pow, he punches Tom in the face.
They're jumping
Then
him.
a whole group of guys jump in, and boom, boom, they start beating him down, and they apparently beat him down pretty bad. But I guess Keith feels that this just isn't enough punishment, and he decides that the only other thing that they can do to Tom is murder him. So with Tom barely still alive, some of the guys pick him up and they carry him over to the nearest paper vat. Then they tie a cord around his neck so he can't breathe, and they attach a 45-pound metal weight to the other end. Then they lift him up high and they toss him over into the vat, which contains tissue pulp, and with that weight tied to him, he sinks 20 feet to the bottom. And he, of course, doesn't survive.
Bruh. They do this to this guy and they thought they were going to get away with it? Like, let's be real. Now you're really going to get fired. Yo, he really just did that and thought, you know what? I'm going to get away with this. Like, dude, like me personally, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with the whole snitching on the job thing, but like, bro, if you work with a couple people and you're doing some bogus stuff in the background, obviously they're going to snitch on you. I know so many people that, I mean, I don't know so many, but I know like at least one or two people that have stolen from their job. And guess what? They got fired because someone snitched. That's just how the game is. If you're going to do something bad, someone's going to tell. I mean, even if you're not supposed to, you know what I'm saying? It's a situation where if you're going to do something bad, you can't really trust people. But I don't know why they would kill. I mean, I don't know why they would eliminate this dude and then be on some situation where they think they're gonna get away with it. Like, let's be honest, bro.
Now, eventually, Tom doesn't come home from work, and his family, they get worried, and they call the police. So police get involved, and suddenly a big search for Tom is launched, and they end up emptying out the pulp vats at the paper mill, and there they find Tom at the bottom of one of them. So now police know that he's been murdered, and they start investigating and questioning all the workers at the mill, but not surprisingly, none of them are willing to talk. I guess these union guys stick together. I mean, not only that, I mean, they all just saw what happened to a guy who just snitched, so I'm sure a lot of them are also scared. Regardless, Keith becomes the main suspect because of the known beef that he had with Tom. But police, they don't really have any evidence against him, and so the case goes cold. Until... At some point, Keith's dumbass gets drunk at a bar one night, and he starts talking about what they did to Tom and doing a reenactment of the beatdown, aka basically confessing to the murder. And then one of his friends ends up going and telling police all this. And so, bam, Keith is arrested. Also, bam, 5 of his co-workers who participated in the murder are arrested. And unfortunately, I couldn't find any 90s mugshots of any of them, so you don't get any real pictures. Anyway, all 6 of these guys are found guilty, and all 6 of them get life in prison. Not only that, but
That's a well-deserved life in prison, because are you dumb? Like, let's be honest, bro. Obviously, you weren't getting away with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first one, yeah, you might have got away with whatever, you took whatever. The second one, how the hell are you going to get away with a dead body, gang? Shaking my head.
Eventually, Tom's wife sues.
Shout out to you from Australia, Roho. She said, shout me out. Bet I just shout you out, gang. You get some claps.
The police department for releasing that tape and ultimately getting Tom killed, and she's awarded $2 million. Good for her.
Literally good for her.
Okay guys, we've got some very worrying breaking news. Anthony Joshua has just been involved in a serious car crash in Nigeria. Now, local reports say that 2 people are dead and AJ has been taken to hospital. He is alive and apparently has suffered minor injuries. Now, pictures online show him shirtless in the back of a car being pulled from the wreckage. And according to local media, it was AJ's car that actually collided with a stationary truck on a busy Lagos expressway. Now, we don't know exactly why AJ was there, but he does have family roots in Nigeria, so perhaps he was visiting them for the holidays. We don't know much more about his condition, but when we do, I'll keep you guys updated.
Man, that man AJ just made 100... Show of hands beside myself how many serial killers we have in the chat today. Yo, if there's any serial killers in the chat, do not kill me. Yo, I don't know, dude. Anthony Joshua, apparently he got into a car crash, I think last night, like literally last night in Nigeria. But he has like family in Nigeria and stuff like that. And it's just really like, you know what I'm saying? It's really sad. I mean, bro made 100 milli and then almost died. That's insane, dude. That is absolutely insane. But talking about Anthony Joshua, if y'all didn't know, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua happened, and Jake Paul got his shit rocked, bro. He got knocked the freak out. So we just ended the TikTok segment of the video. So, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't want to see the rest of it, it is what it is. But, like, I just wanted to touch on the topic of, like, how this Jake Paul, like, fighting thing started. And it's very funny because it started with this dude known as KSI. I don't know if you guys even know who KSI is, but... is this dude right here. He's also from, I'm pretty sure, Nigeria, just like Anthony Joshua. He was a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying, like myself. He made funny content. He blew up. He got like 10 million plus subscribers. And then for some reason, he started boxing some dude. I forgot the dude's name. And he beat the dude. And he called out Jake Paul. He was like, yo, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, whoever the Pauls, I don't care. I want to fight y'all. And that started this whole YouTube boxing thing. And that started the whole Jake Paul career. Now Jake Paul is like one of the top paying boxers. But let me show y'all how it started real quick.
You said before this fight you had something planned. Is there anything you want to say to someone out there? You said you wanted to call someone out.
Well, obviously, man's got this belt right now. If any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. Bring it. Same, yo, if any celebrity wants it, yo, where's Rio? Where's Rio Ferdinand? If Rio wants it, I know.
So yeah, him calling out the Paul brothers, that started this whole beef, dude. Like you can see, like there's a lot of footage of them like getting mad at each other. Like apparently he did end up fighting Logan Paul, and he tied the first time, and the second time they fought, he beat him. And then they had like this face off right here. This one Jake Paul really beat. This one Jake Paul beat his friend.
Winner by TK.
This dude, yeah, this dude is absolutely terrible, bro. I don't know why they put this dude in the ring with this guy, but he beat Jake Paul, beat him, and then you know what I'm saying, that kind of started the beef again. I'm basically trying to say, KSI made a video mocking Jake Paul for getting knocked out, and we're gonna watch that because that shit looks funny.
Problem child, Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, so like he won this fight, and then you know what I'm saying, KSI came into the ring. He has some words for him.
And undefeated, one of this.
Man, I caught the boxing bug. I put the work in, and I'm in love with this sport. My power, my speed took him out in the first round. But hey,
You showed a lot of patience in there. You worked behind the jab.
Oh yeah, we get it. I just want to see the part where him and KSI face off. It's like right here.
win by 2 points. Yeah. KSI is gonna get clocked next. I didn't have to win. I didn't have to win by 2 points.
I'm here. I'm going
I didn't have to fucking win by 2 points.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said Gib was gonna fuck me up too, didn't you? Shut the fuck up.
Just wait.
Little guy.
I thought you fucking bro.
Hey yo, that sounded so gay. That's crazy.
Planted on his ass
You're
over
worse
there.
than your bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get it. You know what I'm saying? They had to face off. So apparently when Jake Paul lost, this man made a video called Laughing at Jake Paul and Andrew Tate. So we're about to watch it. We're about to watch this video, bro. It's about to be hilarious.
Oh, you know it's gonna be a good one when the mug's out. Oh baby. Oh, what a life. What a life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Laughing at Jake Paul and Andrew Tate. Woo! Oh, you already know it's a good, and obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we have the beauty of hindsight. So we're gonna look at a few clips and just enjoy the ride. You know, have a few.
You know what's ironic? This dude. So for those who don't know, Logan Paul is Jake Paul's older brother, right? This is Logan Paul. I'm about to show y'all right now. So this is Logan Paul. Logan Paul is Jake Paul's older brother. Apparently this dude fought KSI and he lost to KSI. And now they have a business together. Now they're actually best friends. So it's really weird that KSI hates Jake Paul, but has a business and best friends with Logan Paul. I don't know. It's just really weird because they're beefing too and stuff. So I don't know what's going on, bro. Really weird stuff going on in the world right now.
Comments here and there and just enjoy. Oh, this is gonna be brilliant. Oh yes, the face-off. Oh, you know what's funny about this? When Jake Paul touched his face, Jake Paul said, "What are you gonna do about it? Let's see what he did about it."
That's messed up, bro.
Oh, Jakey boy!
Yo, he needs to fight Jake Paul already, bro.
Wow, you even had Jake Paul squeezing AJ's nipples. I bet that felt nice, Jake. I bet you enjoyed that.
Nah, this dude's hilarious.
Ah, this boy knew he was cooked. Bro can't stand still. He's all over the place. AJ's giving him the death stare. Jake is... I smell fear. No, brother. The fear is all over you.
I'm fighting Anthony Joshua because I'm him.
Holy shit, just...
Is this motherfucker out of Dude, it's light work.
Light work, huh? Hey, yo, let's see how light the work was.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm telling y'all, chat, I low-key respect Jake Paul a lot more for taking that fight. Like when he fought Mike Tyson, I was like, bro, Mike Tyson is ancient. You know what I'm saying? I wish Mike Tyson knocked him out and didn't stick to the script. Because in my head, that shit was definitely rigged in a sense. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't believe. I don't know, bro. There's just certain opportunities I saw, and like, you know what I'm saying? I box every now and then. I'm like, dude, Mike Tyson could have definitely hit this dude way harder. But he just chose not to. And he had a bad knee too. So when he fought Anthony Joshua, a dude that's actually a boxer, I gave him a little bit more respect. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, Jakey boy, Jakey boy. Honestly, mate. Jake, the funny thing with this. Hey, yo. The funny thing is, the amount of people being like, yo, major props, major respect to Jake Paul. Are you serious?
I just said that. Yes, I'm serious, KSI.
Are you fucking stupid? Major props for that shit. This brother, all he did was run. He ran for 6 rounds and then finally got hit once.
Hey, he made $100 million, bro. He made $100 million, yes, for running. If I could have run for $100 million, I would do it too, bro.
This boy was grabbing AJ's legs like he was a goddamn slave. Trying to please his slave master. It was mental. This brother's knees were on the floor more than Bonnie Blue.
Hey, yo.
Don't come at me saying you're proud of Jake. Anyone can get in the ring and do what Jake did for 30+ million. Okay, just stop the cap. Stop the BS, man. Let's say it how it is. He finally got what's coming to him.
Yo.
Facts.
He's so happy.
Me just smoking on that Jake Paul pack. Honestly, Jake Paul, trash.
Yeah.
Tommy Fury, trash.
It's still trash. What the fuck does he do?
He literally lost to Tommy Fury. Yeah, KSI is a funny guy, bro. Funny dude. He called him trash and he lost to Tommy Fury. But he only lost by like 1 point though, so. You know what I'm saying? It was probably an even match and he just slightly lost.
What does Tommy even do? Since my fight, what has he done? Does anyone know what this brother does?
Ayo, I'm Jake Paul from Bizarre Bar. No looker. Nailed it.
That's a crazy transition.
Nah. This video finna kill me, man. I ain't gonna be able to make it. And we ain't even got to Andrew Tate yet. Oh my God. Oh.
Damn.
Damn.
That's really how it be though.
Damn. Oh, Jesus. Just flashing lights. You would think we're at a weekend concert with all the blinding lights, huh? Oh, I'm on fire, baby.
You. What a.
Damn. Damn.
Damn.
Man, I can watch this punch on repeat. Oh. 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 Beautiful. Cinema. This is cinema, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, bro, I'm crying. It's bringing a tear to my eye. And I know Jake's watching this video. In the hospital bed. His jaw fucked. Like, at least I made $30 million. I'm the winner. You know what my new anthem is? Through the Wire by Kanye West. My new favorite song.
Yo, he's having a field day just mocking Jake Paul. He should literally fight Jake Paul, dude. I don't know why he doesn't. I think Jake Paul was the one that actually dubbed the fight. Jake Paul was like, you're not big enough for me, buddy. I feel like, you know what would have been a good fight? Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. I don't know if you guys know who Gervonta is. Gervonta is like a knockout freaking artist, bro. Like.
This is pre-Yeezus, so it's allowed. I'm allowed to enjoy this. This was when Kanye West was in his golden era, so. Oh, mate. What a picture. The fear in Jake's face. Oh my God. This brother knew he was finished. He knew he was done. Oh
Damn.
my God! Wow.
Look how his freaking chin like whiplashed,
He was
bro.
done.
Damn, look at his face, chat. Yo, his jaw is literally, I can see why it broke. Like, it's literally like out of proportion. Like, that's crazy, bro. Y'all think you could tank a hit, like a hit to the face by Anthony Joshua, this big, massive 6'6" demon? Hell no.
Oh my God! Wow! Even the referee's like, damn. Beautiful. The fact that some people thought Jake Paul was gonna win as well. I mean, you gotta have the lowest of IQs, man. Just stop. Some people bet that Jake Paul was gonna win. You don't deserve money. If you bet on Jake Paul winning, you deserve to be broke as fuck. Because Jesus Christ, it was obviously gonna be AJ. Obviously. Good night. Hey, eat that punch. Wow, that was a big punch. Wow. Oh my God.
Why is he like this, bro?
Bleeding? I broke my jaw.
You so we slide out. I'm checking my mirrors, made it to the house, tore about.
Now go fuck up Fury, please. Fuck up Fury. Oh, mate. Oh, so cringe. So cringe. So where was that energy when finding AJ? I thought AJ was meant to die. Walk on. I tried to knock out this dickhead. I tried to knock him out and he wasn't on it. So I'm so glad someone did it. I'm so glad AJ did it. And now, we don't care about you anymore, Jake. It's done. We've all moved on. We've seen what we wanted to see. You get sat down like the fucking bitch you are.
Please, Spear, I need this. My mom is kind of homeless. I live with my dad.
No, this is jokes.
Spear, I'm watching the stream while you try not to laugh. That's disrespectful.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, even Nikisa knew it was done. He knows it's over. Get your money though, Nikisa, make your money. While Jake is in the hospital with a broken jaw, fair play, Nikisa, you squeezed every little bit of money out of this guy. You gotta rate it, man. You gotta rate it. The fact that Nikisa said it was a good idea for Jake to fight AJ. Oh.
Nothing beats a jet too hard. That's actually hilarious. Nah, I'm pretty sure the Jake Paul fight, he talked about this like years ago, where he was talking about like how he wants to fight Anthony Joshua. So I think after like a couple years of training and like knocking out people that he thought was like good fighters that weren't actually boxers or that were too old to box. I feel like after he beat Mike Tyson, he thought he was just him. And realistically, Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying, is not in his prime anymore. So I don't know why he would think that. Plus, pretty sure Mike was following a script, if I'm being honest. So, you know what I'm saying, gave just Jake Paul this big confidence. And yeah, you know what I'm saying, he thought he could make magic happen. And sadly, the magic didn't happen. The only magic that happened is that he got like a lot of money. A lot of money. That's the only magic. He magically spawned in 100 million. That's what really happened. But beating Anthony Joshua, that was never gonna happen, dude. Never gonna happen. If he did beat Anthony Joshua, though, whoever bet on Jake Paul would get a bug. A member for 3 months. Oh my gosh, absolute W. Blessings up in 2026. Love you all. One love. one God. Thank you so much, Ashley, one of my channel members. Absolute legend. You get some claps. But yeah, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Get it?
Nothing beats it.
Brilliant.
This is the look of a man who knows he just fucked up.
Yep.
This is the look that you gave your parents when they got ready to whoop your ass. They said, I'm not going to keep playing with you. And when you saw that hand and that belt or that switch go back, and you said, oh, they serious? He found out. He got in that ring. He thought he was going to be able to wrestle, play rugby, tackle, grapple, all of that. This man was holding on, grabbing ankles, legs, and kneecaps. And then
this brother was surviving. 8 rounds of survival. What was the game plan? What was the game plan? Like, you didn't even try to fight him. This is why I give him no props. You didn't even try to fight AJ. You were there to try and survive for 8 rounds, and he finally got you. He finally got your ass.
Anthony Joshua punched him for that first time. He hit him so hard he almost tore his ACL. How you get hit in your face and hurt your kneecap? I tried to tell y'all, attention is a hell of a drug, and people just keep going out there and putting their life on the line in 2025 for some likes, comments, and I get it. He made some money, but was the CTE worth it?
Was the broken jaw worth it? Was you looking like a fucking fool worth it?
Look at his face. Please, no, please.
Please don't hurt me.
He about to go file a police report. This is aggravated battery. This is assault. That's attempted murder. Look at that man. He went from cool. He was trying to stick his tongue out.
Yep.
He was acting all tough and trolling. But now he in there, please, God, somebody come help me. Look at the back muscles on Anthony Joshua. He almost broke that man's sternum. That's how hard he hit him.
It's already written.
Where?
In the history books, brother.
In yours, not mine.
No, it is. You'll see. There's only one God, and God wrote it.
See,
wait. You'll see. Bro, show me what we saw.
I got this.
I'm sorry, but if this is what God wrote, what a lovely God. What an amazing God.
There's only one God, and God wrote it.
You see, with Jake, what I learned about Jake is he's a mental person. This is my observation. Not only the physical aspects of training, but the way he thinks, meditation, breath work. If I can break his soul and I can break his mentality, then I've broken Jake. I know the person that's in front of me. You gotta take your soul in the ring.
Only person that can do that is God.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Well, I mean, God and AJ did that. Literally broke your jaw.
When are you gonna start taking it?
I've just seen in fights when I can see someone's frequency leaving their body.
There it is. There it is, right there. You see that? It just left. But I realized this is real.
216.6. Yeah, absolutely dial. You listen to me, brother. When the ring bells, I'm coming in there and I'm coming on his ass.
Hey, yo.
I mean, at least this was truthful. Because, oh my God, you all over his arm. Literally grabbing it any moment you could.
Body with the right hand for Anthony Joshua. There's a big left now.
Bro, notice how he started faking the ankle injury. All of a sudden, he's there getting hit and he's like, yo, all of a sudden my ankle hurts. Oh, wait, referee, save me. Ain't no saving here, brother. Yeah, look at him. Again, trying to go for that ass. Imagine if Jake Paul getting knocked out was the first domino to fall and things finally taking a turn for the better in the world. And you know what? It was. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's Andrew Tate time. Oh my God.
Nah, Andrew Tate. Oh my God, bro. That fight was so ridiculous. And then after he lost, he goes to the this interview room and he was just like, guys, the only reason I lost is because I got tired. Like, bro, then you should have trained cardio. Like that. He's like, I'm the way better boxer. If I didn't get tired, I would have beat him. Well, sadly, you did get tired, gang, and you lost.
Oh, Jake Paul and Andrew Tate, top G. Remember, top G. I don't know why they call it the top G. Brother was at the bottom the whole time. I've lost their fights this weekend. Boxing is healing. The world is healing. And I feel fantastic. Andrew Tate and Jake Paul have a lot in common. Oh, man.
Yo, his laugh is funny.
What a life. God. What a life. If you missed the fight, don't worry. This was Jake Paul the entire time. At least Andrew Tate didn't have his jaw broken like Jake Paul. Maybe because he doesn't. You can't even see his eyes. His eyes are so swollen. God damn. Andrew Tate, when his opponent is a woman.
Yo, that is wild. They said Andrew Tate when his opponent isn't a woman.
Andrew Tate.
That is crazy. Why is he on his face like that, though? This is kind of embarrassing.
When his opponent isn't a woman. Oh my God. Yo, that is a crazy tweet. Oh, I know her. Yo, she's from the community. Hey, the KSI community with a bagging tweet. Fact, not so top G now, pussy, dickheads. And the amount of people that was saying Chase was gonna lose. Well, I said it. I told everyone, Chase is gonna beat Andrew Tate. And none of you are going to believe it. But it will happen. And then, when it does happen, stay on that side. Stay on that side. Because we're winning on this side. Oh, look at this idiot on the floor, man. Head-eating canvas, man. Andrew Tate. Boxing. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Fuck him.
Well, had a heart attack. Get the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Go hospital later. Have a drink. Cigarette. Cup of coffee. Back in the game. Fucking having heart attacks near me.
Well, that's so funny. Alright, well, Andrew Tate, come on, bro. Get up. Why are you out here looking all gassed out? Did you not train for this fight? Get up. Get up, you little pussy. Oh, what, you lost? Well, you're the top G. You don't take L's. The Andrew Tate that showed up tonight. Do the dance. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, this is bad.
Oh, nah, the way my man was eating uppercuts from Chase as well. Yo, Chase is the GOAT, man. I don't care what anyone says. This brother has defended his title 3 times in 2025. Do you know how mad that is? Give him some respect. Tate fan boys right now, after seeing they go get good.
What the hell is going on? Why is he twerking in the ring? What is going on with men in 2026? There's literally a dude on Instagram that literally twerks for fun, I guess, for views.
Yeah, this is a guy who beat your ass, bro. Beat his ass. Look at him. Sit down, brother. Oh, man. I thought Andrew Tate was a world champion. I thought he was going to demolish Chase. But what happened? Why is he taking punches to the face by Chase? From Chase. Oh!
Gotta keep them hands up.
What are you trying to do, brother? What are you trying to dodge? You took a fucking right hand to the face. Chase, man, congratulations. But oh my God, Andrew Tate looking like an idiot. Looking like a fool.
How can you say?
Right there and then, I don't realize his whole legacy is down the pan. In the trash bin. So long, bitch. Get out of here. You stayed in 2025. We don't care about you anymore.
This dude right here just lost all his aura losing to this guy, and I'm gonna show you guys a clip of his boxing. This is who he lost to. Look at him throwing these punches. What is bro doing?
This was back in the day.
This dude's a world champion kickboxing. Fucking ass. Look at him bleeding out of his eyes. Oh, another one. Oh my god.
The uppercut is
Getting
lethal.
His ass beat. Bro started giving him bop too. This shit is just bad, bro. All those alpha male videos just to go down like this. Give it up, gang.
Yeah, it's over. It's over, man. It's over. Wrap it up. Hey, AT, wrap it up, man. It's done, man. No more emergency meetings. No one cares about what you say anymore. I knew when AT flinched there, I knew he was cooked. I knew he was cooked. I knew Andrew Tate would experience fear. I knew it. I knew it. There, mentally, he lost. And as soon as he was in that ring, mentally, he wasn't there.
Crazy.
Don't forget it.
Don't forget it. Don't forget it. That's right.
Made you flinch.
Yeah, I'm done talking. Being near him and not punching him in the face is difficult for me. The next time I see him, I'm gonna hit him.
Really? You're sure about that? Are you sure about that?
That's why I had to walk away now. I'm trying to be a professional. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna smash his face in, I promise.
You sure about that?
He said, I promised.
In fact, it'd be very difficult for you to find someone on the planet who I give a fuck about less.
Oh, really?
If you were to say, we have an opinion here from KSI, I don't care to read it. I don't care what the fuck it's about. It's very difficult for me, even with my flawless grasp of the English language, to explain to you how much I don't give a solitary fuck about what KSI thinks or says. I don't care. I don't care on any level about this fight, my fight, anything. Since when is KSI authority on anything?
What? So you didn't hear what I said about how the fight with you and Chase was gonna go down? Because I said you were gonna fucking lose, Andrew Tate. And what happened? You fucking lost.
Yo, we should do KSI versus Andrew Tate. That would be a good matchup, I'm not gonna lie.
You lost, and your legacy went down with it. Yo,
he's tweaking.
I love this!
He had the company, CEO of the company for a while.
He had.
And now it's yours.
Correct. So I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, what? I mean, what is Mams doing with this whole shit? Huh? Mams, you've got a CEO that lost the chase. Well done. Well done, Mams. Now what? Now what, Mams? Oh, this is great. Cinema! Hey, yo. I'm Misfits. Enjoy, man. I got MF Pro, man. We're winning on this side. Congratulations, Amir Anderson. And Vidal, I can't wait to see you fight, man. You know what I mean? We're chilling on this side. Perhaps you can have 18.
Or says, please, for the rest of this interview, do not mention KSI.
Okay.
I
won't mention him.
It's just a waste of everyone's time. Like, I don't give a fuck.
You're a waste of everyone's time, alright?
He says the sky's blue.
I'm sorry, but did you see your fight? Atrocious.
Andrew Tate pushing and pressuring.
Oh my God.
Tate to the corner.
Oh.
Big shots from the champion.
AT was shocking. Shocking.
Nothing really landing clean, Ben. Andrew actually landed a couple good shots in his head there.
This is your goat. If anyone ever comes to me going, yeah, Andrew Tate is my goat, I'm gonna laugh at your fucking face.
He's landing with more conviction. Tate's shots, he turns
No.
And still, the Misfits Boxing Heavyweight Champion.
No, just look at Mance's face. Fuming. Pissed. Bro had this whole storyline ready for Andrew Tate.
Of the world.
God.
Chase the
Flash. All gone. All his plans gone in an instant.
Breathe air. You need a vape.
Come on, Andrew, breathe air. Breathe air, Andrew.
I can give a number out of 10. KSI's a 5 out of 10.
What's Tommy Fury?
6.
What's Jake Paul?
7. 6, 7.
6, 7. So, what's Andrew? Fucking 1? What the hell, man? I'm sorry. No one gonna be talking about you anymore.
58, 56.
Okay.
Has
to be Chase. Has to be Chase. And still. Oh! That's me. Chilling in Soho Farmhouse. I was in Soho Farmhouse relaxing while all my ops were taking L's. I'm here chilling, doing this. And I'm smiling the whole way.
That's hilarious. This is the part of the video I low-key wanted to check out right here.
Tate's emergency meeting.
This is apparently like what this is what Andrew Tate said happened after he got his shit rocked. This is the excuse he gave, guys.
Let's have a watch.
I don't even know. I've not yet had time to process why he beat me.
What?
I got tired after the second round, and I don't know why. The first and second round.
What do you mean you don't know why? It's because you just didn't train your cardio. Cardio is king. And this brother thought he could aura his way to victory.
He couldn't touch me. If I didn't get tired, I would have won. I'm a better boxer.
If I didn't get tired, I would have won. That's like saying, if I didn't lose, I would have won. Oh, mate, no, this is killing me.
But I did get tired. Maybe it's ring rust. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe he's too heavy and he kept...
Maybe you're shit. Maybe you're just shit.
He's too heavy and he kept leaning on me.
Sound like
I don't know
excuses,
why,
bro.
But he beat me. And let me make something else very...
Yeah. Andrew Tate lost. All excuses, bro. All excuses. But Dylan Page posted a new video. I kind of wanted to look at that. I'm not going to lie. He posted it recently. The 2025 situation is insane. We're going to take a look at this video. And I'm wrapping up the stream, chat. I'm not going to lie.
What a truly insane year we have finally reached the end of. Together, we lived through...
Damn, can y'all believe it's about to be 2026? Isn't that crazy? Y'all remember 2020? That was 6 years ago. Insane.
The threat of World War III, like every week. Gen Z protests spreading across the world. AI taking over. Tariff wars. Animals being resurrected and brought back from extinction. Whatever the hell this was. And now that we have survived all that this year could throw at us, I want us to all hold hands, no Diddy though, absolutely no Diddy though, and walk down memory lane so I can show to you how truly insane the year you just lived through really was. Oh, this is gonna be a fun and traumatizing video. So I think for one of the final times of the year, let's stop the yapping and let's get 2025. So, 2025 wasted zero time trying to destroy our lives because in the very first week of January, LA was hit with the costliest wildfires in global history. Yeah, global history. And then what makes it even crazier is that later in that year, police arrested a 29-year-old man who they believe that maliciously started the fire literally on New Year's Eve. It was seconds into the year. And this happened. And then just to make it even crazier, we find out that in the total summary, $130 billion of damages. Imagine being responsible, one person, for that. $130 billion? Also in January, the year kicked off with the year of Trump. He got sworn in as president. The infamous ICE raids officially began, and boy, did they cause a lot of havoc throughout the year. Trump tried to buy Greenland. DeepSeek got Everyone shook when it hit #1 in the App Store, and everyone started looking at China a little different. We witnessed humanity's largest gathering ever in history. 400 million people all went to this place at
400 million people? Dude, is this what 400 million people look like? Because you can see some people down here, people here, obviously people all the way down here. That's insane.
Once, and they all washed in the same water, which
Ew.
can't be safe, can it? But we survived, and you'll see that's a pretty recurring theme throughout the year. Oh, and how could we forget this?
TikTok is planning to shut down its app to users in the United States this Sunday.
February kicked off with a bit of a strange one. North Korea opened its borders. I was on the edge of going, and then I remembered all the edits that Alex has done of Kim, and I thought, I want to live. This was the month where Trump officially began the tariff wars. How monumental was that? I mean, I bet hardly anyone even knew what tariffs were before 2025. Microsoft, they created an entirely new state of matter. Yes, this year we created new states of matter. That app went viral where you could hire bodyguards like it was Uber. That was pretty insane. Oh, and the world was left stunned at what we witnessed at the White House. I think this is probably top 3 moments of 2025.
If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times. But you're saying you don't want to cease fire. I want to cease fire. You don't have the cards. You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
March is the month where Elon Musk started getting abused in every single way possible. And as a consequence, pretty much everyone who bought Teslas, remember that's when we started getting those people buying their stickers of, I bought this before Elon went crazy. That's how crazy things got, guys. We witnessed the most embarrassing leaked group chat, I would say, of all time, because we literally saw the vice president of one of the most powerful countries in the world, along with his secretary general of war, just chatting it up about bombing other countries and speaking shit about another continent like it was freaking Mean Girls. This is also the month where North Korea closed its borders again. Yeah, it lasted a couple of weeks. This is also the month where TikTok tried to permanently ban my account for reasons till this day we still don't know. March is also the month where Canada and USA started beefing like crazy after Trump wanted to make them the 51st state. Oh, and the astronauts who were stranded in space for a whole 9 months. They were there in 2024. Well, finally, in 2025, March, they returned to Earth. April was the month when we really started realizing this year is aging like milk because stock markets around the world started crashing because of the tariffs. But then they kind of rose again, and then they dropped again, and then they rose again, and real roller coaster, actually. The freaking Pope died? Oh my gosh. Canada got a new prime minister. NASA confirmed that China's dam was so big that it was literally slowing Earth's rotation. Oh, but also this was the month where scientists literally resurrected the extinct direwolf after 10,000 years. In May, we saw white smoke and we were told that the new Pope was American. Lady Gaga broke the world record for the most attended standalone concert in history. The GTA 6 trailer dropped and blew everyone's minds. This was the month we got the real-life Prison Break. The world was introduced to the legendary King Charles, and a ship was introduced to the Brooklyn Bridge. This man's...
That happened this year? I thought the ship thing was last year. It was 2024.
Face was introduced very forcefully to the ground in the UK's very strange cheese rolling contest. Trump classified white South African farmers as refugees, and the U.S. received their first group.
Because they're being killed, and we don't want to see people be killed.
Oh, and this was the month where no one could decide who would win in a fight, 100 men or 1 gorilla. And I mean, didn't we come to the conclusion finally that 100 men would win? Alex and I, we literally did like a 10-minute scientific proof that 100 men would win. So 100 men would win, and I don't want to hear a word out of it. Halfway through the year, in June, this was the month where the bromance finally ended, and Trump and Elon started beefing. Oh, and this was also the start of when, like, it really kicked off that, like, Trump was in the Epstein files, and because of Elon. Elon was saying Trump was in the Epstein files, and he's never shook it off since. This was also the month that World War III started trending, because not only did Iran and Israel start bombing each other, but then the USA got involved, and we got, I remember the panic of that month. That was crazy. And they carried out the largest operation of B-2 bombers on any country in American history. Hey, yo, yeah, the Doritos are coming. They're about to strike you. Looking back at it, I do think that that was like the height of the panic of the year. Now, luckily, World War III didn't kick off, but what did was Greta Thunberg was arrested by Israeli forces.
I'm still surprised they didn't retaliate for the bombing yet. I'm not gonna lie, because I remember around June, I did not want to go to the city because I thought the city was gonna get like bombed or something.
Cabby Lame was deported by the US. There was that Air India crash which killed 243 and left one sole survivor. This is his luckiest year ever. North Korea opened a beach resort. I made that video asking to be invited to America's military birthday, and then I got invited to the White House. What a weird month for me that was. Oh, I also ate my first ever black chicken.
If you don't like it, you're racist.
Wow, that June, what a month. Moving on. No, I don't do moving ons in this video. Just go to the next month. Now, July, not gonna lie to you, pretty horrific month. Diogo Jota horrifically died in a car crash. Also this month, Ozzy Osbourne died. So did Hulk Hogan. Diddy, in July, escaped a life sentence. It's a real slippery one. This is also when huge global pressure started mounting against Israel for the starvation crisis in Gaza. The UK's age verification law came into effect. Akon City was officially, after many, many years, abandoned. Trump crashed Chelsea's FIFA World Cup celebration wins and stayed while they lifted the trophy, and he was in every single picture. The 19-year-old pilot was detained in Antarctica. Oh, and this was the month where Coldplay exposed what has become the world's most famous affair. And looking back on it now, you think, why did we even care about that? Like, why did this go as viral as it did? We were so cooked. Not moving on. August was the month where Roblox had by far their biggest problems yet. And that was after they banned Schlep and then caused basically an uprising. That eventually got them threatened by state attorneys and also got a documentary being made about them and their child safety issues. Also this month, a massive typhoon had its way with Taiwan. Mr. Beast broke the world record for the most amount of money ever raised on a live stream for charity. Trump and Putin met. Raja Jackson just bewildered everyone and attacked for almost no reason a wrestler. And this is also the month where Africa, the African Union, they said, we want a new map. You're making us look smaller than we actually are. We want it, that they haven't got it yet, but there's always 2026. In September, for the first time ever, we saw Putin, Kim Jong-un, and Xi Jinping all together, and then they started speaking about immortality.
Oh, I remember
Makes sense.
With the development of biotechnology, human organs can be continuously transplanted and people can live younger and younger. Interesting. Chance of living to 150.
Nepal overthrew their government and gave the Gen Z protest, which just dominated 2025, their official symbol, and it came from Japanese anime. The UN Commission of Inquiry officially said that Israel had committed genocide in Gaza. Africa's largest hydropower dam was opened in Ethiopia after 14 years of construction. The world's first AI minister was introduced in parliament in Albania. Everyone started walking out on Benjamin Netanyahu at the UN summit. Oh, and of course, this was the month where the most searched event of the year happened. Spooktober kicked off in epic fashion after 22-year-old inventor Julian Brown. He ran the first ever muscle car on plastiline, which, for those who don't remember this amazing news story, it's his 110 octane gasoline converted from plastic waste, and he did it all with a box of scraps in his back garden. A ceasefire was officially agreed in October between Israel and Gaza. Trump didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize. 6'7" was named Word of the Year, which has internal frustrations lingering lingering in me till this day because it's not even a word. We
Literally, it's not even a word. I was gonna say that.
also witnessed the most insane heist in my lifetime, that's for sure, at the Louvre in Paris, and no, till this day, they have not recovered those jewels. Also in October, we had the first recorded sighting in history of a leucistic Iberian lynx. I still can't believe this is real. And speaking about things you can't believe are real, also this month, Sora was released. And boy, did it so very quickly get out of hand.
An announcement in 3, 2, 1. I'm gay.
In November, Zohran Mamdani became one of the most searched people on the planet after he won the New York mayor election. Rockstar broke our hearts yet again after delaying GTA 6. Trump and Ronaldo linked up at the White House. 303 school children were abducted in Nigeria. Apple released their $230 iPhone Pocket, which right now, let's just declare that the...
Yo, chat, you buying a $230 iPhone Pocket? Just put it in your actual pocket. Why do you need a sock? That looks like a fanny pack.
Most overpriced and ridiculous product of 2025. There you go, champion. Woo! It's sold out immediately.
What? Oh yeah, I forgot it
Raccoons
did.
started showing early signs of domestication. Hong Kong witnessed one of the most deadly fires in their history. Tanzania witnessed their most deadly protests in their history. And the United States witnessed their longest government shutdown in their history. And then, in December, just to round out the year, nice and peacefully, right? Ghana's Igbo Noah said that the world was gonna end after it floods on Christmas Day, so he started building his arks, and did it happen? I don't think it did. The Diddy documentary was released.
This is amazing. I think he's gonna say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
The Epstein files with heavy redactions got released. Kinda. We're still working through that. Australia had their most deadly terror attack in 3 decades, and they also became the first country ever to ban social media for children under 16. Christmas came early for many people after both Jake Paul and Andrew Tate lost their fights within 1 day of each other. And this is also the month where I officially started my Asia tour, which you haven't even seen the content for yet. Boy, it was a long December. Give yourself a round of applause. What a wild year we have lived through together. All of that. And also, this YouTube channel's become old enough that some of you, this will be your 2nd year doing our yearly roundup. So, thank you to you. Honestly, this YouTube channel has meant so much this year to the News Daddy empire. And don't tell TikTok, but love you guys just a little bit more. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic New Year's. And let's hope for 2026 to start off nice and slowly, because that means things are going well. Lord knows we need it. So, from both myself and Alex, thank you very much for an amazing year. And as always, we'll keep you updated.
Nah, that's for real, bro. That's for real. 2026 is gonna be amazing. Happy New Year early, chat, because I don't think I have a New Year's video, like January 1st. Like I said, I'm just going to put the best moment of yesterday's stream and today's stream in one. But yeah, that's pretty much it, chat. Yo, thank y'all for joining. You know what I'm saying? I got 400 people in here right now. Amazing stream. I've been streaming for like damn near 2 hours. God dang, I need to go do some other stuff. I need to touch grass. But anyways, thank y'all for watching, man. I'll catch y'all in the next stream.